Well, hey family, welcome to Dwell According to Knowledge, the talk show. I am your host and your coach, Trey. And our lesson for today is the 7 keys to soulmates. The 7 keys to soulmates. And I'm going to jump right into number one. And that a lot of people tell you a lot of different things that soulmates are about. But what I'm gonna just say right off the bat is that anyone can actually be your soulmate. It's just there are gonna be a few things you're gonna have to find out about that person. And I'm gonna run through a few of them right here. A lot of people have 5 keys. Some of them have 3 keys. Some of them like that. I found 7 myself, and when you look at this, and when you take a look at the person in the mirror, that's you'll see that just about anybody that you actually come in contact with, if the things line up that way, then that can be considered your soulmate. The other thing is when a person is actually, I'm gonna just say, committed and willing to just do what's necessary in a relationship, then you can pretty much make it work. I know there are negotiables and non-negotiables, and then it's going to be up to you whether or not that's if that person is worth turning a non-negotiable into a negotiable. And you have to look at yourself as far as what you will and won't put up with. I got myself. I got 3 right off the bat that just flat out. If you're not haven't given your life to Christ, that's a non-negotiable. If you smoke cigarettes, that's a non-negotiable. If you use drugs and alcohol or any of that stuff, those are just flat out non-negotiables. So those are mine. Other things that come down the line and stuff like that, maybe you may have some health issues. You may have some you may have some financial stuff. You may have some some personal stuff going on, and we can discuss those as long as you're open about it. And I'm going to run through some of those too as well. All right, so let me jump right into the 7 keys of a soulmate, and let's get to the first one because it's number one, and it comes right off the bat and right off the top, because if physical attraction, it has to be number one, because it's the first thing. It's the person that we see. The first thing is the physical part that gets us to turn our heads, that gets us to thinking, that gets us to going, wow, okay, she's good looking, or he's good looking. Okay, so the first, and I'm gonna tell you this. Let me read this. The first and most dangerous of the keys, because if you don't get past the physical, the rest of the relationship won't matter. However, a healthy physical attraction puts everything into perspective. Make sure he looks good to you and for you. Now, okay, it's okay to look good to you, but make sure that he looks good for you also, okay? All right, so let's make sure that from the top of his head to the bottom of his feet, all things are well. But let's make sure that we get a chance to shoot past that too, because it ain't all physical, okay? All right, and we're talking soulmates, all right? Number 2, it's chemistry. Then in a lot of places will tell you that chemistry. And let me give you the quick definition: the interaction of one personality with another. Make sure you have healthy interaction with the person that you're dating, or with the person that you're getting to know, and and that kind of stuff. Plus, you kind of have what we call, you have to have some things in common. You got to have some things that will sustain you, except for like a couple of things right off the bat. Just make sure that you have a wide range of things that you have in common. That way you can always keep things moving. Okay. Number 3 is compatibility. And what that is you being capable of existing and living in harmony with another person. And again, you're going to have to find out, those things that you like and dislike. Like me and a slob. See, we're not compatible because, I'm a pretty clean person, almost to a fault. And, I keep a clean, I keep things really, really clean. So you can't be a slob and then, come to me and go, think you can, come in and live. It's just not going to happen. That is a flat out, non-negotiable. We can't live together. I'm not trying to live together, but I'm talking about like in marriage, that kind of stuff. So, that's not compatible with me. Okay, so you're gonna have to figure out what's compatible to you, and again, you're gonna have to figure out what's negotiable and non-negotiable. Okay, all right. Number 4, connection. Ooh, God, this is a good one too. Make sure you have something that brings both a sense of togetherness. When you're talking about connection. Everything doesn't have to be a feeling. You know what I mean? Everything doesn't have to be, I don't have to, I don't have to have like a love connection with you, in order to, to have a connection with you. There's a ton of things that we could like, and there's a, ton of things that we could dislike together, and we can, figure that out on the way, to, wherever the destination of the relationship is going. But there has to be some kind of connection. That because a lot of people like on the same line, and I'll get into my in my next videos. We'll talk about it, like a spiritual connection. You know what I mean? And like I said, a physical connection. She's liking everything I got going on. I'm liking everything that I got going on, and it all kind of flows. You know what I mean? So make sure that you have a connection in several different areas. Okay. Number 5 is wholeness. Ooh, and Lord, thank you for this opportunity here. Listen, a lot of us jump into relationships and we're not whole. Reason being is because we haven't taken care of things like in past relationships, things in our background, things from our childhood that just kind of creeps in there from time to time. And kind of messes us up. So, you have got to be whole, especially, and ladies, I don't really like to talk to y'all like this, but I'm going to talk to y'all like this. Make sure that when you come out that last relationship, listen, take care, whatever you need to do. I don't care if you got to get some counseling, If you got, hopefully you don't have to get on no medication, but if you do, then, do whatever it is that you need to do in order to become whole. Okay, because let me read this to you. Freedom from all past relationship issues, hurts, and drama, etc. Now, the other part is the difference between being delivered, set free, and made whole. You understand? Now, you may get delivered, but in order to be set free, you have to let go. And once you do that, then you have an opportunity to become whole. And again, I would always suggest that every time you come out of a bad relationship or, like that, to do an assessment as to what went on in that relationship. And focus on yourself when you do that. Don't get so bent out of shape on what he did. And if any men watching, what she did, any of that kind of stuff. Focus on yourself, and then you can get to the root of why your relationships end, or why your relationships are, not so good, that kind of stuff. Okay, always do an assessment. All right, number 6 is purpose. You can go in the same direction doing different things, but it would be much better if you guys got the same heart. And I'll just tell you, like in my first marriage, I have a heart for fatherless boys. I love to mentor, and I love to get that. My first wife had a heart for single moms because she went through a lot of trauma, helping her, when she was trying to get together, and have somebody to mentor her son. And then I came along, and I have a heart for that. So I have my own mentoring organization and all of that. So, but that purpose for her to have a heart for single moms and for me to have a heart for fatherless boys, that is, we put that together. We did a few things, but the marriage just didn't work. Okay. And I'll tell you a few stories as we go along, okay? But find common ground that interests you both, and find a ministry that you could do, okay? Number 7, last but not least, and that's confirmation. Make sure you feel right about the relationship without doubt or nervousness or anything that would take you away from how you feeling about something, because you catch that first lie, and all of a sudden, you kind of nervous about, that stuff. But if you don't, make sure that you address everything that comes down the pipe. Now, if you're a forgiving person, you got mercy and all of that, by all means, that's great. And I applaud you. However, make sure in the confirmation part that you are wholeheartedly feeling okay about your relationship. Okay? All right. Those are the 7 keys to soulmates. There's plenty more, but and I'll get to those in later videos. Hey, I hope you all got something for that. Hey, if you like any of my videos, always please like them and share them and subscribe. Okay? All right. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.